Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive, and welcome back to another one. And behind me today, we've got a 2008 Volkswagen Golf TDI. So what do you guys reckon? Alright, so my car's in the shop at the moment, so I was actually given this loan car from my mechanic, and I just thought I'd have a bit of a look over it and see what I thought of the car. Alright, so at the front here, we've got the VW badge there. You've also got a colour-coded grille, and the headlights are a little bit grubby. They probably need a bit of a polish, but I actually like this shape. I like the headlights and the front end of the Golf, of this particular one. Actually, I think it's quite a nice looking, stylish one. What do you guys reckon? Let me know in the comments. Have you got the older one, the newer one, this one? Alright, so the wheels on the Golf are 16-inch wheels, and I think they do a nice job of looks wise. They back in 2008, you know, it was sort of completed the look, I think, quite nicely. Right, so we come around to the back here. You've got the VW badge there, you got the Golf there, and you got 2.0 TDI Pacific. Also, if you have a look, you do actually have the rear sensors as well, parking sensors too, which is a nice treat back in 2008. Alright guys, let's go and have a look inside. Alright guys, let's have a look inside the Golf. So door trim wise, it's quite hard plastics all over. You do get a little bit of soft leather for the armrest there, a bit of nice trim piece there. You've got your window and mirror switches. You also have a fuel release button and some pocket space there as well. Alright, now this is a loan car, so as you can see, it's quite grubby inside. From a mechanic's point of view, they just want to get you from A to B or home and back there. So if you have a look at the bolsters, now full leather seats, but you can see it's got bolsters in here which are quite high, which I think are really good. The driver's one has sagged a little bit from people getting in and out, but overall the condition of the leather is actually pretty good, to be honest. Alright, let's jump in and have a look. Alright. Alright guys, just having a look. Let's have a look at the Volkswagen. So, we'll start on this side. So we've got auto headlights, something interesting that back in 2008 a lot of cars didn't have. You've also got your dash illumination and your height for your headlights in case you're carrying anything heavy. So if we go over up to the dash here, now you do have, being 2008, there's not a lot of stuff on here. Obviously you've got some menu settings there if you want, and you can turn that display off even as well. You've got some trip computers as well, speed warning, again, little things like that for something at this age. The steering wheel itself, I think a little bit dated. I mean, obviously it is 14 years old. The buttons are a bit sort of cheap at the moment, or now compared to now. It still is leather, but it's a lot smaller than a lot of the steering wheels now. So on this side we have your wiper stalk there for both the rear wiper and the front ones. Over here where you have your indicator stalk and you have cruise control, if you can see there. So yeah, and you do have things like you can reset the trip computer, and you've also got the hour and minute there for the clock, which is quite nice. The buttons, if you have a look here, you got buttons that go through the dash there, you can see. So we'll just go down: convenience, time, winter tires, language units, factory settings, display off. So you can turn that off if you wish, or come back on as well. We'll just leave it on there. Now this one particular car has done 230,000 kilometers, which is pretty good, to be honest. Diesels go for quite a while anyway. It actually says the front right fog light, front and left fog lights are not working, so that's a bit of a shame. Okay, so we'll come over to the centerpiece and the media. Now we'll just turn the media system on. As you can see, there's the stereo. You do have a menu button, you've got a setup button there. There's not really much in this car. There's nothing like navigation or anything like that. It's just pretty much radio, and you have a CD player up there, which there's actually a CD in there, so there you go. So pretty cool. So again, it's yeah, we'll just go back to that. Now we do have a volume knob, and you know I enjoy old school cars with a volume knob. It's also got a tuning knob, and it's got some buttons here as well. Further down, you do have dual zone climate control. Now this is something a lot of cars didn't have, and it's quite nice to see. So you've got, obviously it's pretty easy to work out. You've also got seat heaters for both the passenger and the driver, and you've got it on low there, so I can turn the seat heaters right up and have a go with them. It's a bit warm at the moment, so I won't. There's your climate control settings there. You can put on auto, you can adjust the fan speed, you can adjust it to, as you can see, the temperature's going up or down. So we'll just leave that for now. Now further down, you do have a cubby hole there with a 12-volt plug there as well. Also to the left there, you've got electronic stability control off, which again is a nice thing. Your 6-speed gearbox there. Now obviously if I put it into reverse, there's no camera or anything like that. Put it into drive, and you've got your sport shift there, or you can go into sport mode if you want. So further down here, we've got a big handbrake there. You do have some more pocket space there. Like I said, it is a little bit grubby as it being a loan car, but everything works in here, guys. You know, it's got a reasonably big glove box there, and if you have a look under here, that is the manual for the Golf. So that goes up in there, and you still get all of your space there too, which is really nice. Alright, so up here you do have a sunglass holder. Oh, and also the roof lining has sagged on this quite badly, so yeah, it does need to be changed. But again, guys, a loan car. So alright, let's jump in the back and see how the back is. Alright, so door trim wise, very much identical to the front. You do have your window switch there and a bit of pocket space down there as well. Full leather trim. Alright, let's jump in and have a look. Alright, now excuse the roof lining because it's hitting me in the head, as you can see. If I move the roof lining up, I actually have a little bit of headroom here, which is really good. Space, knee room and leg room, or knees are touching, and foot room is not too bad down there. Now you do have ventilation for the rear passengers. I think cup holders used to go there. Not 100% sure though. But yeah, there is obviously some that used to go in there. You do have some pockets here and here. You've got a speaker there. Other than that, what do we got in here? Let's have a look in here. Now, got an armrest in here. It is quite soft. So, yeah, and there's your ISOFIX spots there. There's 2 there and 2 behind me. Other than that, guys, it's yeah, it's not actually too bad, to be honest. Yeah, in here. All right, well, let's jump out and have a look in the boot. All right, guys, let's have a look inside the boot. Okay, so it's a reasonably wide opening, as you can see. A little bit grubby inside, you can see from the floor. You do get a 12-volt plug. You also have some tie downs either side. And interesting enough, you can access, if you just pull this down and push that out, you can access inside the back if you need to, from if the boot's closed. Alright, so under here we have the spare wheel and jack and toolkit. Alright guys, let's go and have a look under the bonnet. Alright guys, just having a look under the bonnet of the Golf. So here we have a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged diesel engine, and it produces 103 kilowatts of power and 320 newton meters of torque, and that's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Alright guys, let's go for a drive. Alright guys, let's get out for a little drive in the Golf. So let's go and have a look and see how it goes. Now, first impressions when I first get into this is the old schoolness of it, or old school. It's quite good to look at something, you know, a little bit different, that's a little bit older. So these seats, interesting enough, the seats have these bolsters like I showed you before, and they sort of hold you in, which is really nice, and they're full leather and they are very comfortable and they're in really good condition. So again, it's another nice feature. Alright, so vision out the front I think is great. You can see straight ahead to the side. Vision out the back is pretty good at the moment. I would probably like a bigger window. So vision out the sides is pretty good. The windows aren't too big, they're good enough. And the mirrors are pretty good. They do a pretty good job, the mirrors. I will say, look, maybe a little bit bigger for me. And this one has the curved part on the corner of the mirror. Something that I'm not a big fan of, that's just me. Some of the other European cars I've driven have had it, and it's not really my cup of tea. But something I could get used to if I owned one. So, steering reasonably light, guys, for a little car, little Golf like this. And everything works as well, guys. Everything in this car works really, really well. Wow. That's pretty punchy. That's got some punchiness to it, guys. It really does. I'm actually impressed. 14-year-old car, and it's still runs really well. Runs like a dream, this car does. It really does. A few little rattles here and there you can hear. There's a rattle coming from somewhere down here, I think. But other than that, guys, it's it's not bad. And if we're doing about 60 k's, get up to about 60 k's, you can hear the road noise. Yeah, it's pretty reasonable actually. Yeah, I like it, guys. I don't mind it. It's got aircon, doesn't have any safety features. Back in 2008, there was no lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, forward collision alert. It does have airbags and ABS brakes. It's even got stability control, which again is something that's you know, nice to have when you get like slippery roads. But yeah, guys, there's no Bluetooth in this, so if you wanted to talk on your phone, you would have to get a Bluetooth radio on this. All this has is a radio and a CD player, really, and that's pretty much it. Or you can listen to the sound of the diesel. So it does, yeah, it does go really well, guys. I'm pretty impressed. And even at low speed, just crawling around, yeah, it's reasonably quiet. So yeah, very basic, guys, but it does the job. Alright, guys, thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, thanks, guys.